In this series of day 5, we are going to make sense about what is Azure Speech Services and its overview. Here, I'm Jay Surya, and I'm a Microsoft certified AI engineer and a data analyst at Prudent Technologies, a global AI bootcamp speaker. Right. So let's get started. One second. Yep. So this is the strong agenda that we are going to hop in. Right? First, we are going to make sense what is introduction to Azure Cognitive Services and why speech AI needed and for the industry levels and how it is contributing to the industries and the core concepts, core components of the Azure Speech Services. Then we have the demo code of speech to text, text to speech, and voice customization with the neural voices. And then we have the real-time transcription, like generating the captions while speaking in a real time. And we'll be having the demo workflow that end-to-end and the real-world use cases, how these Azure AI services are contributing to the real-world use cases, and hands-on implementation steps, step-by-step walkthrough. And we'll be having the best practices, how to handle the code and how to handle the API keys. And finally, I will be providing you with the resources and the learning paths at the final, right? So the first thing is that what is Azure Cognitive Services? So the Azure Cognitive Services, which is nothing but it's a cloud-based AI services by Microsoft, and which is a scalable and reliable infrastructure. No need for the local servers. All these memory will be taken care of by Microsoft Azure, right? And it provides the pre-built AI capabilities like vision, speech, language, and decision makings. Right. And the second feature is that no need to build the model from scratch. Already the models have been developed by the Microsoft, and these developers can directly use these AI features without machine learning expertise. And it saves the time, efforts, and cost in training and maintaining the models. The third thing is that it's easy to integrate with the applications via API and SDK. So which we can access the services with a simple REST API call or software development kit. And these services works with the multiple programming languages, Python, C Sharp, Java, JavaScript, which it is can be embedded in websites, apps, chatbots, or dashboards. And why speech AI needed, right? So rise of voice first technology, which is nothing but Alexa we have and Siri, Google Assistant, and the businesses use voice AI for for the automation, reducing the manual efforts and the accessibility, easy accessibility for captioning, generating the captions for hearing impaired, who is disabled with the hearing capability. They can see the captions while reading the captions. They could understand what the speaker is telling about, right? And the third thing is that personalization, which specifies the brand voices. And these industry trends by 2030, the 70% of the customer interactions will involve voice AI. Almost all the industries are getting adapted by 2025, and by 2030 it will come around 70% of the customer interactions will be involved by AI voices. And the core components of Azure Speech Services, the first component, which is nothing but it's a speech to text, where these speech voices will be converted into transcriptions. And the second thing is that text to speech. So while you text, it will be converted into natural sounding speech. And the third thing is that speech translation. It is a real-time multilingual conversation which translates one language to another. And this speech to text, which converts and spoken audio into accurate text. The first thing is that it's a real-time and batch transcription. So what it will do is that it will, separate the batch by batch, and it will generate the text, right? So if you speaking all along with the one paragraph, it will separate the paragraph into chunks like the words by words and pointers by pointers. And the second thing is that custom vocabulary support. So these speech to text, which has the custom vocabulary support and the automatic punctuation and speaker diarization, right? So this is nothing but while you speak, if you're raising any questions, these transcriptions will generate the question marks. That is identify, which is helps to identify. Okay, this is the questions raised by the speaker or something. And this real-time application where we can use is that we can use it in meeting notes and while taking the MOM, minutes of the meeting, and the medical dictation while the doctor, prescribing something for the medical, and we can, transcribe the medical medicines and what are all the prescription made by the doctor, and the call analytics. So this will be useful for the voice process, right? So those who handling the voice process, they can convert all this voice into transcription, so that it will be, useful for tracking down their records. This text to speech TTS, which converts the text to speech completely. So these neural voices, which involves a human-like emotions and natural tone. Uh, so this style where we can, configure is that it can be cheerful, empathetic, and angry or formal, right? So we can just modify what style we need. And these applications where we can use in IVR and audiobooks accessibility, So in voice customization. So why voice customization that we need? So we need the unique brand voice for our business, real-time business, and the localized as accent. So when you, speak about when you speak about, uh, you know real-time regional language, the people who came from the natural region, they won't, they can understand easily. So if you came from India and the speech to text, so the text to speech, which is in the US accent, the people cannot understand that easily. So it is very much important to, fine tune the accent according to their regions, right? So this consistent customer experience, which will give you the better result in the real-time business, and this process and collect. We should collect and upload all the data, voice data, and which should be, we can upload it more than 30 minutes. So these while training using this speech studio, where we can, bring up more accurate results. So already we have, spoke about the data. So data is the fuel for the AI, and this where we can deploy in a custom voice model by using the TTS, text to speech. And here we have the real-time applications of TTS. So this first real-time application in education. So while attending the classes, attending the online classes, so the landscape of the education is getting evolving each and every day. Uh, so this live caption helps the students to get understand what are the concepts that the teacher is coming to say, and it is very much important to get to know about the biological terms. So the biological terms, which is very much hard to understand and hard to pronunciation, right? So it's very much helpful for the education sector and the healthcare. The doctor, they can dictation and the patient records. So it is very much important to take down the patient's record and text to speech or speech to text, and we can we can completely store in a concern of privacy. And the third thing is that banking, the voice enabled customer services, which is all about the voice processes. And the fourth thing in e-commerce, where the customer, they can search those their action sorry So if the customer is looking for any of the product, they can search it through voice, and they can have the shopping chatbot, and they can have the virtual assistant besides the e-commerce applications, right? And here we have the real-time transcription. So this transcription, which captures the speech continuously, and it will give you the output text in a text format in a real time, and it handles the multiple speakers, right? It is not handling the one speaker at a time. It is handling the more speakers, multi speakers in the meeting, and it can used in a meetings, webinars, and healthcare. So here I have this documentation. You can take a snapshot, or I can leave it on the chat section, right? And here we have the key takeaways. Let me jump into the demo part, right? And I will give you the the code workflow in a group, so that you can have the the real time hands-on experiences. Here we have the key takeaways, which the AI can understand text, emotions, meanings, and languages, right? And it is easy to integrate with the real-time, real-world applications, and it will be useful for the projects, startups, and career in AI. So, which is very much, pretty much affordable to the startups. They can adapt it easily. And thanks for the joining session, right? And after this, we'll be having this best practices to handle the voices. So use the neural voices for the quality and the natural tone. It should not be in the robotic voice. It should be in the natural, and in the human languages, human replicated languages, and they enable the custom vocabulary for the niche domains. So if you are getting into the technological business, obviously you will be using the jargons in a technical manner, right? And if you're hopping into the business, like the non-tech backgrounds, your customers would not get understand the technical jargon. So it should be in a simple English or simple languages, and keep the latency low, right? And if the voice is getting, and it is making delay to convert into text, the obviously customer would get frustrated. And secure these API keys in Azure Key Vault, so that you cannot the others cannot get access, and they won't access your resources, right? And always comply with the data privacy regulations like a GDPR and HIPAA. HIPAA is nothing but it's an healthcare industry of it's an institution of US, right? So here we have the queries time. Any questions? So if we don't have any questions, we can jump into the code, right? Yeah, let me take it as no. Let me share this Azure Speech Services, right? So here we'll be using Azure Speech Services resources, right? So in this resource, we'll be having this go to speech studio. So in the speech studio, we'll be having a lot of the features, text to speech, speech to text, and generating the captions while speaking in the meeting, right? Here we'll be having a lot of resources, and you can have it out try, and you can have the hands-on experiences by accessing these features, right? Like these capability scenarios. So here we have the speech to text, which is asking for the real-time speech to text, and the whisper model in Azure OpenAI, which will give you the better accuracy, and batch speech to text, custom speech, where uh, it will generate you the custom speech while you speak. It generates the captions, and it will pronunciate the pronunciations of the assessment with the speech to text. So here we'll be having this explanation of this feature, which is saying that get instant feedback on pronunciation accuracy and fluency by reading a script aloud, right? And here we have the translation, speech translations, which is helpful for translating the language to one other language, and text to speech. So this voice gallery, which will generate the text to speech in a voices in a natural language, right? And the personal voice and audio content creation. If you are running in, if you are maintaining your YouTube channel, it is very much important to give a voice behind the screens. So those who have the hesitations to speech, or those who have the difficulties to record the speech, they can generate the audio by using the speech studio. And here we have the text to speech avatar. So in this feature, we'll be having some avatar, and they can generate those avatar to make the speech. And those who wanted to maintain the faceless videos, they can get utilized, and they can get benefited by using this text to speech avatar. And this voice assistant, so which will be using it in e-commerce applications, so that it will follow the customers interactions, and it will bring you up the better customer conversions, right? And below this, we'll be having documentations, a quick start guide, and you can have the Q&A, the frequently asked questions. And here we'll be having the Microsoft Learn link, right, which will bring you up, some more clarity on the concepts. So those who have some doubts, they can drop an email, or they can chat in a group. Those who are watching this video, right? So let's get started. Let me copy this keys and endpoints, right? So here I have this key, and for the speech services, I'm using this key, right? So let me get into the code. So the first thing is that we'll be generating the text to speech, sorry, the speech to text STT, right? And so let's get started. First, I have generated the speech key and the speech services regions, which is nothing but it's an EST US. And I have configured by using this Azure SDK, right? Software Development Kit, and which is a speech config feature that I have connected through. And here I have called this subscription speech key and the region what I have deployed, right? And okay, let's say to run. Hello, this is Jay Surya. So it is saying that, okay, hello, this is Jay Surya, and just putting up and full stop, right? So let's ask some of the questions like, what do you uh, what do you want to learn, or something else? What questions we can ask? Just drop it on the chat box, right? So that we can ask any of the questions to the model, right? Okay, let me stop it. Let's say enter. Yeah, it has got interrupted, right? So let's run this, and we can ask, like, what are the things that we need to learn for Azure AI, right? What are all the concepts that we need to cover for expertising in Azure AI services? Here we got it. So what are the things that we need to learn for Azure AI? Oh, okay. So where it's all about the pronunciations, my pronunciation is not good, so it is giving you the answer like as such. So here we have another feature, which is nothing but it's an text to speech, right? So here we start this. got stopped. So here in this, I gave the subscription to generate the text to speech, and here we have the speech config, and it will synthesize this. It will synthesize the voice, and it will generate the voice through text, right? So let's say run. And here in this string, I gave welcome to Azure AI, Azure Speech AI session, right? So let's say to run. Just confirm that whether you can hear the voice or not, or else let me reshare the screen with the audio. Just a second. Just to confirm that, let me play this and just confirm that whether you can hear it or not. Can you hear the audio, Suleiman? Suleiman and Pawan? Can you hear the audio? No. Yeah. Let me recheck it. All right. So just check now.
Welcome to Azure Speech AI session.
Can you hear the audio?
Welcome to Azure Speech AI session.
Yeah. Thank you, Suleiman. Thanks for the confirmations. Right. So let's ask some other things. Just say, hi, this is Surya from India. I'm learning Azure Cognitive Services, right?
Hi, this is Jai Surya from India. I am learning Azure Cognitive Services.
Sounds good, right? So it's working. And here we have the real-time transcription where we can generate the captions while teaching, and it will generate you the captions in the applications. So it's in it's in the code, but we can develop the application, and we can uh, generate the captions while speaking it. So let's test that, right? So here I gave the speech, the speech SDK and the speech recognizer function, and which is nothing but we have it in Azure Speech SDK. So let's say to run, right? Hi, hello, this is Jay Surya, and welcome to the day 5 of our AI Weekend series. So let's get started to the session. Okay. It's asking for Azure Speech SDK, but I have already connected with this Citic Copilot to confirm it. Or we need to upgrade it, I guess. Let's say to upgrade it. It's not working. Just wait for a few more minutes. Right? Mhm. Back then it was working, but it's not working now. Speech SDK is not defined. Okay, let me confirm this. Install speech and find a version that satisfies the requirement. Speech SDK. I don't know what would be the conflict. Okay, let's use this code, right? Use this key, same key, and the service region. This is used to US. Let's go down and copy paste it, right? Okay, let's try this. Hi, welcome to the day 5 session on Azure AI Weekend Services. Hi, welcome to the day 5 session on Azure AI Weekend series. Yeah, yeah, it is saying the recognition is accurate. Hi, welcome to the day 5 session on Azure Weekend series. Yeah, it's perfectly working, right? So sounds good. Any doubts on the session? And if you have any doubts, just raise up your hands and shoot the questions. Yeah, thank you guys. Thanks for the feedback. Okay, sounds good. Okay, let's connect for the next one, next weekend series. Just share this invite among your friends and ask them to connect and get benefited. Right? It's all about the for a free, so that you no need to pay anything, but you can learn the invaluable insights. Right? So let's ask your friends to connect, and you can learn the AI concepts within 30 weekends, right? And you can practice. I will be giving you the solutions, and I will give you the code files. So you can have the real-time hands-on experiences with, um, the insights, the more number of insights. Thank you. Thanks for joining the session so that we can have a robust connection between us. Yeah, thank you. Thanks for joining. You can leave the session now.